Our guy, Jay Glazer, says Stidham is the quarterback of the future. Tell you why he's saying that. And who's going to have the last laugh, Brady or Belichick? That is where we start on this now Wednesday morning. So, guys, on the one hand, you got an energized Bucs team with Brady and Gronk and some weapons and a ton of optimism. And then on the other hand, you have the Patriots, who they don't seem to have any of those other things. NFL.com has the Bucs as the 5th best offense, while the Pats didn't even make their top 10 list. So who's going to win more games this season? Well, how about this? Fox Bet has the Bucs as just half-win favorites over the Patriots, with Tampa coming in at 9.5 wins and the Patriots at 9 wins. Nick, who do you want to see be more successful this year? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the New England Patriots? Huh?
Who do I want to see be more successful? Now, that's very interesting, because I am wired to root against New England. Not the region, the team. It has been built into me. They're 20 years of, I'm 35 years old. So for the entirety of my young adult into adult life, they've been awesome. If I were ranking fan bases on level of obnoxiousness, I'm not saying they'd be number 1, but number 2 would be too low. And it would appear I'm involved in some type of feud with their most notable player left on the roster, Julian Edelman. So for all those reasons, I will be rooting for Tampa Bay. I got nothing against Tom Brady, and I love Bruce Arians, so I'll be rooting for Tampa Bay. But I feel like the America deserves to know who I think will be better, and New England should be better. Like, I should end up disappointed in this. New England last year went 12-4 despite having a mediocre offense and mediocre quarterback play. The defense and the coaching staff should be excellent once again. And Wilds, most notably to me, that division, you're not going up against Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, and Teddy Bridgewater. You're going up against Tua or Fitzpatrick, Sam Darnold, and Josh Allen. And I know all of a sudden people are high on the Bills. They still have a quarterback who has as many career 275-yard passing games as I do. So I think the Patriots are far better set up to be more successful this year and win the division. But Wilds, I'll be rooting for the Bucs over New England this year.
Okay, Nick, I'm going to throw it back to you in a second. I think that everyone is rooting for the Patriots. Just how everyone says they hate Duke basketball, I hate Duke basketball, but I don't want to see them fall too far out, because then I have no one to root against. It's a little Scarface, Bill Belichick, like you want someone to point your finger at and say that's the bad guy. So I actually think you're going to be rooting for the Patriots.
Okay, well, you're wrong. I appreciate your Duke basketball analogy, but some of us actually root against Duke. Some of us, aside from the Zion year, we don't want Duke to be good but not great. We want Duke to be bad. Now, I know there's some people out there that are Patriots, Duke, Yankee, Laker fans. Like, I know those people exist. I'm not one of those people. So, no, I will be rooting against New England. But, Jenna, unfortunately, I fear New England is going to win 10 or 11 games and the division once again.
Okay.
It's adorable when you both disagree. So, Brian, let's bring some reason into this conversation. Which of these two teams is better set up to succeed? The Patriots with all that experience, or the Bucs with the weapons they really have right now and all that optimism?
Well, you know, I'm going to go with the Bucs, and I'm a guy that roots for the player. And Tom Brady, being a player, being a guy that's trying to do it again this season in a different place, to me, there's value in that. Their ability to lead a football team that has underachieved under Bruce Arians last year. And in the past, you bring in Gronk. To me, this is a recipe for success. And here's what I have both of these teams. So I have the Bucs ending up being 10-6. That means they're going to be 4-2 in their division. There will be 3-2 at home, 3-2 on the road. I actually have the Patriots being a little bit worse, being 8-8. That means they'll split the division. They'll play. They'll win against the Jets. They'll lose against the Jets. They'll win against the Dolphins. Lose against the Dolphins. They'll same thing with the Bills. And then then I have 5 losses. the Texans, the Chiefs, the 49ers, the Ravens, and the Seahawks for the Patriots. And so that means they're going to be 8-8. They're going to be an average football team. And I think this may be the season that Bill Belichick, as the leader of the Patriots, that does everything, finally says, you know what, maybe I made a wrong move in the player evaluation side of things. Maybe I made a wrong move with getting rid of Tom Brady, the same way I made a wrong move in getting rid of Jamie Collins, who you ended up bringing back. The same way you made a wrong move of getting rid of Asante Samuel, who went on to 3 Pro Bowls as a member of the Philadelphia Eagles. To me, it was a bad move to get rid of Tom Brady, and I think this would be the season that is going to cost him just a bit.
Wilds, you don't buy it?
No, I like the idea of like how we brought back Jamie Collins. We're going to bring back Tom Brady. But, Brian, I had a question for you. Since you're an ex-player, do you find yourself rooting for Tom Brady because sort of like you're in the same age group? And if you were a rookie, like rookie Brian Westbrook, do you think rookie Brian Westbrook would be rooting for Stidham?
No, I don't think. I probably do root for Tom because he is kind of in that same age bracket as me. I should be rooting against him because they beat us in the Super Bowl. But I like guys that have been around. And I like the player. I think that Bill Belichick feels it's the coaching that has got the Patriots over the top. And I believe it's the players. I believe that Tom Brady's excellence and his ability has got him over the top, not just what Bill Belichick does as a coach. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Bill Belichick because we all know that he's a terrific coach. But to me, great coaches without great players, they don't make great teams. They don't make successful teams. To me, great players and great coaches making successful teams. And I don't know that Bill Belichick actually believes that or feels that way.
Hey, Nick, I got a question for you. Who's under more pressure to succeed this year, Tom Brady or Jarrett Stidham?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Brady or Belichick. Listen, to me, Brady's on a free roll at this point because he's already the greatest of all time. Like, no one holds Jordan's Wizards years against him. It's like anything he did there was a bonus. They never made the playoffs. His first year there, he shot 41%. But it's like, hey, who cares? He had already established himself at the time as the greatest of all time. And so I think Brady's on a free roll. I think Stidham is under the pressure of you are replacing arguably the biggest icon in the history of the sport. I think Belichick's under the most pressure, which is why I vehemently disagree with the idea the Patriots are going to throw this season away that I know some people are proselytizing, because Belichick is under so much pressure because he is the one that made the affirmative choice to move on from Tom Brady. So if I were ranking most pressure, I'd go Belichick 1, Stidham 2, Brady 3. But I have a question. I want to challenge Wilds on something. Because Wilds keeps saying, I'm Patriots over Brady. I'm Patriots first. And I feel like that's the type of thing you just say because you want to believe it. But take yourself to this scenario. What do you think causes you more pain next year? If the Patriots fall off the map, are 2-14 and are awful, or if Tom Brady is awful and the Bucs are 2-14 and it's the football version of Willie Mays stumbling around in the outfield. Because I believe as soon as the Patriots, if I'm wrong and they're bad, as soon as they're 1-6, you start bringing out your Trevor Lawrence pom-poms. You start talking about this is all part of the master plan and it's all about 2021 and we have new Photoshops. If Brady is awful, I think it causes massive depression in the Wilds household. Tell me if I'm wrong.
In the whole household, the dog is depressed. Be bad. No, here's why I'm Team Patriots. This last 20 years has been an aberration in my mind because I grew up with the Patriots being terrible. So I'm actually in my element. I'm more in my element, being 8-8 and looking for wild cards. Like, I love that. That was my definitive Patriots experience. My definitive Patriots experience wasn't being great. My definitive experience, like you were saying yesterday about Jordan, how when you're young, you think that's the best. When I was young, the Patriots were terrible. So I'm comfortable with us struggling. So that's why I'm rooting for the Patriots, because that's more in my element. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I think it's a lie, but it makes sense, Jenna. But hey, listen, you're taking Jenna's corner. Jenna's